Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Stacy from Home Embrace and we're going to get started. I have a great video for you today. We are going to be working on today's spring into summer, and I'm going to create some little more summer-like looks and bring a little bit of color into my kitchen, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm going to start by putting a lamp on my little side table here. I use this lamp quite frequently because it's a neutral color and it goes with everything, and it's not too big, but I am popping in a little bit of color, adding in this thrifted plate that I got recently, and I love the colors on this with the blue and white. It has just a little touch of yellow if you look really closely at it. And I want to add a little bit of greenery to this side of the table. So I'm just going to pop in a tiny plant. A lot of things that I'm using today are things that I already have. You will be seeing a few new items, but mostly they'll be thrifted items because now I just tend to do a lot more thrifting. I find it just economically better for my budget, and I'm just trying to keep the cost down, and this is how I'm doing it for my home, and I find it just works just as well as going to buy brand new items. So now that table's done, I'm going to head down at the bottom on the floor here, and I'm going to pop in my basket. I always change out my baskets for the season, and now I'm going to change the pillows also and pop in some brighter colors, adding in a little bit of pretty pastel pink because I love pink, and that's going to look so nice for this summer season. Now we're going to get started with the table, and as you can see here, I already have my tablecloth on and my runner. That's my favorite tablecloth. You probably have seen it before. It's not brand new, but I'm going to pop it on again and use it because I love it so much. I'm going to pop on these adorable plates. They're more like a spring color plates. They have more spring pattern on them, but I love them so much, and they're also a thrifted item. I was so happy to find them when I did find them at the thrift store. This was a couple months ago now, but this is my first time being able to use them on my table, so I'm really excited about that. I really love using these placemats. I tend to use these quite often, and I just pop on the paper doily to add that little extra touch. I really like a table that's very not fancy. I don't know how to explain it, my style, but I don't like a plain table. I really like to add a lot to my table, texture wise, and I like my florals. I like my pretty, so that's what you're going to find with this table setting. I'm adding in a pop of color too with these napkins, these striped napkins I bought from the dollar store. Just like I said, they're just going to be in the back here for a pop of color. That's primarily what I use them for. And I always like to add a candle or two to my decor. So this one I've had in my home before, and I really love the scent of it. So I thought it'd be perfect to add onto the table again. I also love adding that pop of yellow, and has that little tiny touch of purple if you notice on the flowers, and that looks really cute on the table, I think. I have myself a good collection of thrifted teapots, and anytime I get to use them, I try to put one out, and I absolutely love this one. I'm going to add that to my table today. And I'm going to pop on this beautiful tray that I have, the 2-tier tray. I love the color of this. I only use it in spring and summer because it has that tealy green blue color. And I'm going to put on some paper doilies. And I'm going to add in I not thrifted. I bought this candle at Michael's last fall, and I haven't really used it all that much. So I thought it was perfect time to put that on the tray. And I thrifted this adorable little tiny pie. I think it was at Value Village. That was on my last video, I believe, for $4.49. I thought it was really sweet. And I'm going to put this on the tray also. I always like to add a pillow to the end of the chair on my table, and today I'm just going to use, even though it is summer, I'm going to use this light colored pillow, and I think it suits the table very, very well. So this is the finished look, guys. Let me know what you think. I love it. I think it's perfect for summer. It brings in all the pretty colors, and I just love it. I think it's going to be so nice to have it. It's nice to have this in the house right now. I was so excited to put brighter colors. So this is kind of that break between summer and spring, and I think it's just perfect for now. And later I may change it again and add a little bit more summer vibes, but for now this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're heading over to the other part of the kitchen and starting on some countertops. First, I got to give a quick clean to my countertops. I love using this method cleaner. It's the Grapefruit scent, and I love it. I tend to use it quite often, actually. And then I'm going to add in just a few little touches to this counter. Not a whole bunch. It already has, I find, enough on it. And just a few little summer touches to get me through. I found this little teacup and saucer at Winners, I believe it was. I think it was early spring. And I loved it. I thought it was adorable. Actually, no, it was Easter. It was closer to Easter, and they had them out, and I found that, and I thought it was so cute. I had to have it, so I bought it, and I knew I'd use it somewhere. I'm just going to put it here today. I love the butterfly spoon, too. A nice added touch. And add my canister set back onto my counter. Had that removed during the Easter season. I tend to remove a lot of my everyday items when I'm decorating for seasonal, like Easter, Christmas, and Halloween, and all those little holidays. I'm going to add onto this shelf just a few items too, a canister set and a grater, and I'm going to keep it quite simple. Adding back in my everyday decor. I miss using my everyday decor because a lot of times as a content creator, you have to pack that stuff away. You don't get to see it for a while because when you have a lot of the holidays in the way, you tend to have to decorate for those, and I love decorating for those. But then every once in a while, you do crave having your everyday stuff in your kitchen. So I love getting that back out and placing it back into the spots where they used to be. I'm just giving this a quick wipe right now with my method cleaner. You can use that, guys, on glass also. I use it for countertops. I use it for glass. I have even used it for my fridge, my stainless steel fridge, and my dishwasher and all that stuff. So it works great. Now here's the finished look of the counter. It's all done and I love it. It's very fresh looking and put together, more brighter colors. I love that painting, by the way. That was another thrifted item that I love to have hanging on my wall. And right now we are heading over to the kitchen island, and I'm going to give that a quick wipe and get started decor on this island. Sorry about the lighting, you guys. I have been trying to get a good day to film, and we have been having so many cloudy, rainy days here in Ontario where I live. It is really hard to get a nice sunny day to do any kind of filming. Love doing the filming on those days, but we did end up with another dreary day today, so I thought it was a perfect time actually to get some decorating done. Because soon we're going to be heading outside to flower gardens and shopping for flowers. And I'm going to be loving all that. I just hope the weather holds up and gets a little bit nicer. It's been quite cool here. This is my favorite tray, and I use this quite frequently. You probably have watched, if you've watched previous videos, you've noticed this tray. You probably recognize it. I do like it and use it a lot, but this time I'm going to add in a huge candle in the middle. I ended up getting this candle for Christmas. I love it. It smells wonderful. And I'm going to add in just some greenery and a teapot. And I always love to add the pop of color, like I said, with the napkins. And these ones are really pretty. I love the flower pattern on these. There's something about if you put everything in a tray, it always makes everything look so much better, more of a collected way of a look. And it just keeps everything more tidy, I find. And on this side, I'm going to place back on my counter my decorative bowl. And I've had this for so long, you guys, but I seem to go back to this one a lot because of it's silver and it goes with everything. And I'm just going to add in some apples just for some color. I love having the fresh fruit on the counters for spring and summer. And my family loves it too. That way they can go by and grab an apple whenever they want it. I don't like mine warm. I like mine fresh and cold out of the fridge. But that's just me. Everybody's different. I'm going to place down my kitchen mat. I've had this kitchen mat for a while. It's one of my go-tos. I purchased it at Winners and I use it quite often. So this is the island all finished. And I think it turned out great. Last thing I'm going to be doing in the kitchen is I'm going to add a little touch of color on my bench, and I'm going to use the same pillows I did for the basket on the opposite side of the kitchen. I just like the continuity of that. So these are just cheap dollar store pillows, and the one in the middle is a thrifted pillow, but I love the colors in them. And here is the kitchen all done, you guys. I'm loving it. I love the brighter colors for summer, and I'm just enjoying this lighter look. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to watch my last video, it's on the left. And if you'd like to subscribe, hit my picture on the right.